Hello, and welcome back to Julia and Maddie's show, where we're gearing up for June because we got some very exciting things on our list, and that includes watching Kaiju number 8 season 2 because that's when it comes out.
No, Maddie, this is an F1 podcast, although semi-related.
Still got exciting things.
Hello, and welcome to 17 to 1. My name's Julia, and I know a lot about F1.
My name's Maddie, and I know 3.14% of F1.
And she's learning more every weekend. This week is the Imola Grand Prix. We are headed to Italy for the very first of our 2 Italian Grand Prix this year. I know, shocking. This marks the start of a European triple header with Imola, Monaco, and Spain all in a row. How nice. Just like little ducklings.
Yes, it shall be fun, especially since I just learned Monza and Monaco are not the same.
Yeah, Maddie had a little bit of a dumb blonde moment. And she learned that not all cities that start with M are the same. Round of applause.
To be fair, I did tell Julia that I never knew what her and our other friend were talking about. I just thought Monza was like the track name for Monaco. I don't know, man.
An easy mistake. She also thought that Monaco was part of France, though, so Maddie's just not good at geography.
I like literature a lot more. What can I say?
Last week, we made our predictions for Miami, another M city. And they were a mixed bag. Maddie is still ahead of me in our prediction standings. A reminder, this is 2 points allocated for correct person and correct position on the podium. 1 point allocated for correct person, but wrong position on the podium. Maddie, you want to take it away? How did your Miami GP predictions turn out?
My Miami GP predictions turned out pretty well, much better than what my sprint race predictions turned out to be. But I did predict an Oscar P1, a Max P2, and a George Russell P3, which I was so close to almost getting, and then the McLarens just body slammed and just rough, bud. Max's car, not good, bro. Not good.
No.
But I got 2 out of 3, so it counts. And they're in the right place.
So true. So that's a whopping 4 points already. I got literally nothing correct. I had put Max P3, Lewis P2, and Charles P1. So I'm continuing my streak of guessing Lewis for a GP win when he actually does better in the sprint race.
And just like always, before we give our predictions, we like to know what we're going into so we can gauge if we're going to take people out of our running or put them back in based on rain, hot weather, cold weather, or if people are just going to have a regular crash out.
So looking ahead to Imola, it looks like our weather is going to be pretty mild. We're looking at 67 degrees on Friday, 72 on Saturday, and 74 on Sunday. So that is good news for those of us who favor drivers whose cars do not like the heat so much, like the Red Bull. We also have a 38% chance of thunderstorms on Sunday. Now, Miami really let us down with the thunderstorms. They ended up not circulating, so we know how unpredictable they can be. So we will be keeping an eye on that moving forward. We're still around 6 days out. Anything can happen, but that is currently in the forecast.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that weather forecast, Julia. Moving forward, we are now going to get to the part everyone's waiting for. We are going to cast our guesses and reel them in, hoping for that big win.
Are we fishing?
Yeah, we're fishing for that big win. Duh.
Okay.
Anyway, you know what? Just for that judgment that I felt very much across, miles away. Number 3. Who's placement 3 going to be?
You know I hate it when you hit me with a reverse grid.
Wasn't gonna hit you with a reverse grid if I didn't feel that judgment.
So mean. P3. P3, P3? I.
P3,
This is
P3.
more of a want than a prediction, but we're going to give a P3 to Kimi Antonelli for his home race.
Okay, hopefully the universe is kind to you for that one. Yes, hopefully he gets a P3, and hopefully he does not get bodied like last time. A P2. Who are we going for? P2, P2.
Oscar.
Ooh, okay. And a P1, bringing in the big kahunas. Who's getting a big P1?
I'm going to give it to Max.
Okay, if he gets P1, I'll give you a big smooch
You can keep that.
on the cheek.
Well, now I want it even less, Maddie.
Good, because I didn't want to give it anyway. I said it and then I was like, ooh.
You know what? Max held on to that P1 position last year, even though the McLaren was faster. Lando did have a late charge, but he held on to it. And I'm hoping for something similar this year. We're praying on miracles.
Oh, you of all people should not say that.
I really shouldn't. I really, 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 really shouldn't.
You of all people should not have said that.
Moving on. Maddie, it's time for your predictions. P1, who's it going to be on the top step in Italy?
I'm gonna go with a Max Verstappen P1. Do. Max Verstappen.
All right, P2.
P2, Oscar.
P3.
Lando.
Interesting. Well, considering our podiums are almost identical except for the P3, and you have chosen a slightly more realistic P3 than I have, I do fear next weekend might also go into your favor, but not by much.
Well, we've also talked about this. It goes into my favor because I stick with the basic, obvious choices.
That's true. Meanwhile, I just put out some hopes and prayers every weekend.
She's a girl. She's got hopes. She's got dreams. But is she strong enough to manifest them properly?
No, I'm weak. Weak willed, weak spirited, weak minded.
I wouldn't say you're weak. I feel like you're pretty like strong-willed, strong-spirited, but it never goes in the direction you want.
True. It's like when you play D&D, if you have, what is it? It's like wild magic or whatever. Um yeah, you're looking at me like I'm crazy. It's like
Kind of.
really powerful, but it's completely up to chance what the outcome of your spell is going to be.
That's you. You are a D&D character.
You know what? I'll take that. Let us know what your predictions for Imola are and what you think of ours. This has been 17 to 1. Bye.